A while ago, I went over my rankings for the Love You My Friends album. This is the second album for Nijigasaki, the first one being Tokimeki Runners. The 9 solo songs available in this album is Wonderland, Audrey, Kaika Sengen, Koe Tsunagou, Melody, My Own Fairy Tale, Teletelepathy, Wish, and Yuu Ai. After I went over my own rankings, I asked you guys to rank these songs 1 through 9, 1 being your favorite and 9 being your least favorite. So now it's time to officially go over the results for these. I'll start with 9th place and of course go all the way to 1st place. As a reminder, this is not a reflection of my opinions, but rather the average of everyone's opinions who participated in this poll. There were 285 voters in this poll, so let's see who gets what place. So we do have Audrey end up winning this one, and honestly, I'm quite surprised by the results, mainly because it was actually very close to my results overall. I think the only one I was mostly off by the average was Koe Tsunagou. So let's take a look at the full results here. This is the accumulation of everybody's votes here. So we have Audrey getting 99 first place votes out of about 285. So that's actually about 1/3 of the votes going straight for Audrey. So it just does over very, very well. If you look all the way to the right, I have the average there. It is just significantly better than everything else. And there was not any competition for that. Melody does pretty dang well. And then there's My Own Fairy Tale doing still pretty dang well as well. So we ended up having Yuu Ai doing the worst. And in between there, we do have a decent amount of similar results. And somehow, some way, to my surprise, we actually had a tie in here. Didn't think that was going to be very possible, but I guess it is. So I guess we had a tie for 6th place. Well, overall, this does mirror my results pretty dang well. I did have My Own Fairy Tale for 1, but I did have Audrey and Melody for 2 and 3. So yeah, actually, honestly, I'm quite surprised that most people end up mirroring my results pretty dang well here. So going beyond my results compared to your guys' results, I have the averages for certain groups. So I only took a look at the big groups and took a comparison. So let's take a look at gender here. We have females and males, the two largest categories. So we can see, for example, males tend to like My Own Fairy Tale a lot more versus females. We know females tend to like Wish more than males did, especially because Wish got 5th place versus males. Overall, Wish was their least favorite here. So we do have some differences. Yuu Ai is a little more for males, not for females. Males tend to like Melody a little bit more, while Audrey does slightly better for females. So you can take a look and analyze it all you want. But I think it's very interesting to see how there was a little difference in genders. Next up, I of course took the countries. The biggest country, which is, you know, my country, is going to be United States. That had a good amount of voters, and then I decided to put literally every other country because I don't think there was enough for me to really justify just picking a few countries because it wasn't big enough. So for US, we have Audrey doing extremely well. A lot of Americans seem to really like Audrey a lot, so it just did overwhelmingly very well here, which does better for Americans as well, but it does a lot worse for non-Americans here. But then if we take a look, My Own Fairy Tale did a lot better for non-Americans, so I guess that is very interesting to see as well. But mostly beyond that, the results are relatively similar, so those are the ones I want to highlight for countries. Lastly, we're going to take a look at the ages. The main demographic is 15 to 20 year olds, the main demographic for anime in general, and I have literally every other age. So for the main demographic, Audrey does pretty well here, and that's pretty reasonable, and it does dominate my polls here. And then we also have Wish doing a lot better here as well, which I find a bit odd, but Yuu Ai does a bit worse here. And lastly, we have Melody actually doing a bit better for other ages, which I figured this would be more appealing to the main demographic, but I guess other ages seem to like it a bit more. Here is all the data that I have that I collected from you guys, so if you wanted to see this in more detail, you could take a look on here if you wanted to know. And also thank you guys to everyone participated. I really do appreciate it very much. I really appreciate all you guys go ahead and voting in all these polls, and of course there are more coming in the future. I have plenty of polls that are available, so if you want to vote in more polls, I do have a link in the description. We'll go give you to a Google Sheet where you can go and visit all the currently active polls. And then of course all the comments, there are a lot of people explaining why they felt a certain way, and a lot of people have explained it. So if you're interested in some reasons why some people think some songs good or bad, you can go ahead and read those. But thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate this. Of course, the third one is still going on right now for the third solo songs. Let's see how long I keep that open. I'm not sure. But of course, I'll eventually release those results eventually. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know which one is your favorite song. If you weren't able to vote in the poll, let me know in the comments below what you think is the best song and why. What do you think was the best solo song for all these girls as well? Maybe you thought this was a good album overall. Maybe you thought it was a bit underwhelming. And hopefully one day we'll get these songs animated All-Stars, because this is currently the only set we don't have yet. And I'm a little annoyed and sad about that, but maybe one day it will get animated, and that is definitely the hope. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.